what I'm going to show you tables which have in the center the Hebrew word kes lachosher, end to darkness, as lot of YouTube we did, and the documentary of Richard Shaw was called Torah Code, End to Darkness. Definitely a lot of ideas behind this expression, which come from the book of Job, and according to Kabbalah, the Zohar and Rabbi Zikluria, it indicates to the end of days, Kes LaChosher, end to darkness. So, this is what you are going to see now. The documentary, as you saw, did by Richard Shaw, the producer of Binlight, and in this documentary took place Professor Rips, that you see here. Professor was one of the greatest professors in the mathematical field. Now, professor in Jerusalem University. This is Professor Robert Haralik, Grender Center University in New York, and in the past was an international man of the pattern recognition science and image processing, computer science. So, definitely very highly scientific. And then you have here Dr. Alexander Rothenberg, that in fact I use his program. Also scientists who came from Russia, like Professor Rips. Professor Rips showed him the phenomena of the codes, he checked it, even wrote a book about the codes, All His Truth, became Orthodox Jew. And this Art Levitt, also a scientist who worked a lot with Professor Rips together. This is myself, Rabbi Glazerson. So, four of us took place in this very interesting documentary, as one can get it, Amazon.com, Torah Code. Then, also a very interesting table, which is really the basis of the tables that you are going to see, because all of them are in the same place. In the book Numbers, you can see Dalet, the first, and all of what you see here comes mainly in chapter 26, a little bit more also from 27, but very, very significant table, and such a small area, few verses, about 20 verses, all these related words. So what you have here is why it is so important. So you have here Kes LaChosher, end to darkness, best meeting with the Hebrew words kodim, kons, clearly showing that end of darkness related to do with the Bible codes. Then you have next to it son of Joseph, in fact the son of Joseph, he has mistake, son of Joseph, and definitely he will precede, he will come before son of Jesse. Now, what is the idea of son of Joseph, Messiah, who will come before? So the pupil of the Vilna Gaon, very famous book, Kol HaTor, the voice of the turtle dove, brings out that the function of the son of Joseph, Messiah of Joseph, to prepare the way for the son of Jesse, will be to reveal secrets of the Torah, which have to do with Hebrew letters, Gematria, Bible code, Torah code, commutation of Hebrew letters. This is part of the discoveries before the time of Messiah. And this is exactly the connection and to darkness with the codes and son of Joseph, because this is basically the idea of the end of darkness, to clearly reveal through the codes what is going on. Now, what you have more in this table is you have Messiah, the name Messiah, and this Messiah comes with another Messiah in a question, me, Mashiach, who is a Messiah? Unbelievable. In fact, I think there are 3 times Messiah here, and we have 3 Messiah, son of Jesse, son of Joseph, and somebody like Cyrus, Donald Trump, who recognized Israel in the prophecies. So, as you have the question here, me Mashiach, who is Messiah? So, our rabbis tell us there are 4 functions to the Messiah. And this is a name that they have. Menachem, which means comforting, because the goal and the destiny of Messiah is to bring comfort to Jews who suffer so much. Then another name, Shiloh, which is, the meaning of it is Shiloh, present to him, because the world will realize the contribution of the Messiah to the world, so give him present, appreciation to what he's doing to the world. Then you have Inon, which really means like a ruler. So altogether, very interesting. Now this is the table in 5780, 2020, because this was important part or time for distributing of the codes. Then, as I said, all what you are going to see now basically is with a sentence, "and to darkness." So let us start step by step. It's in Hebrew, but basically the same place. You can see here also it is in Hebrew, Dalet, the 4th book, and the same chapters, but many more verses here. So the first thing you have "into darkness," and you have here the name Inon also, and sons of Joseph. But most interesting is that the date which appears here many times, 4 times, I never such a thing, is this year, sabbatical year, that in the beginning there are wars, fighting, so rabbis tell us, in the end Messiah will come. So here you have sons of Joseph, Tafshin Pei from the 782, I think it might be the minimum, yeah? Then you have again the same date, Bet Tafshin Pei in 782. And here you have again, Tafshin Pei 782. And here you have again, 4 times, when again the 4 names of Messiah. Unbelievable. You have Inon, as we said, you have Hananiah, we see just now. And as we saw before, that there is connection with "end to darkness," with Bible code and son of Joseph, exactly you see here. But here you can see clearly the connection of son of Joseph, the code, to son of Jesse, because son of Joseph will prepare the way for son of Jesse. Unbelievable. So everything goes together. And many times Messiah. So you see that all this is another table also, Kes LaChoshech, went to darkness, and here you have also in different son of Jesse, you have also the ear, Betafshin, even a smaller skip, I think that's the previous, Betafshin Pei Bet again, and to darkness will be. And then we see also other thing, you have the Tshua, salvation, will be salvation to the world. And then, as I said, all those tables that you see are around the verse, which is a verse in Job, Kes Samlachoshet. God put end to darkness. He had to do with Joseph, really. We brought a lot of YouTube showing clearly that the Bible code, the Torah code, had to do with Joseph, son of Joseph. So this is what you have here. You have end to darkness, and a Geulah, the redemption, which the son of Jesse will bring. So, all of it really is behind this documentary of Richard Shop, who unfortunately passed away. It's a big loss, really a big loss. and to darkness. Now, hoping that really it will be end to darkness. Lot of darkness today, troubles all over, and to darkness will be when we repent, will recognize the prophecies, we believe in the Torah, keep the Jews have to keep the Sabbath and all the codes, and the Gentiles have to keep the 7 laws of Noah. And the most severe one, which they don't keep, unfortunately, is abortion. It's written that the flood came because of this, because God was very angry and they caused him to create creatures and to destroy them. And homosexuality, also wasting the power to build, to be fruitful. So interesting and significant table. And also you can see clearly the end to darkness start from the year 5736, which is 1976, which is exactly the time when Professor Reeves and Doron Wissung heard about this phenomena of the code. A code, in Hebrew, also the code and Sofen, both are the same name for the code. So this is clearly showing that from the starting point, when the codes came out, the research came out, and stage by stage became more and more known to the world, with the document here, Richard Shaw, and many other things we brought it to the world. So interesting and very significant tables for our time, and hoping that really the end of this year sabbatical will have Messiah, but we have really to repent, to keep the Torah, to have it. So interesting and significant and very important Bible code to do with the end of darkness.